many years. The additional cost was another additional cost was the Becker Electrical Group. The original quote did not include relocating the door control systems. Now all the doors in the training center are remotely controlled up by the police department for security reasons. The door control panel right now is situated by the employee entrance, which is on the opposite side of where we want to do this relocation. And it's not a system that you can just pick up and move across the room with an extension cord or extension cables. It has to be completely rewired to the new center, to the new location. So that added significant cost that we did not foresee. We were not sure how technically troublesome that would be to relocate. And one other area was with there were a slight increase in costs for IT purposes to make sure that the proper wiring and backup power, things like that were in place. So pretty much the rough bid given to us by Riley Construction did not include some of the things that they found when they looked deeper into the project and exactly how involved it was.
Mike?
Dave, this entire project's being paid for by the impact fees that are collected for public safety, is that correct?
That's what I was advised was probably going to be the case, yes.
Yeah, Mr. President, during the budget process, the original budget amount was being earmarked for the public safety impact fee fund, and the overages that Assistant Mogensen went through to enhance the functionality of the project will also be coming from the same fund. A fund dedicated specifically for this use.
Yeah.
May I also point out that with regard to the specialized dispatch furniture, the price for that was about $6,000. We were going to do the installation ourselves, which will save us about another $1,000 off that price. The other thing is to have custom millwork put into place instead of that system would have been about, I think it was $3,000. So this is about a $3,000 additional cost. However, by just using millwork, we would end up with the same situation we have right now. I think you all have seen it. It's a countertop, nothing more, nothing less, and everything just sits on top of it. This is actually designed to equip the center. It's used in dispatch centers everywhere. And I have some of the brochure here if you guys would like to take a look at.
So what you're saying is with the custom furniture, it's all reusable versus the custom cabinetry, which really isn't.
Correct.
There is going to be a future savings with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Clyde?
For Rocco, if you know, put you on the spot, do you know the balance of the fund?
I believe it's in excess of 280,000.
Thank you.
Time frame for this project starting time frame, when are you anticipating starting? How long is the project going to take? Because as I see looking through the proposal that the work is going to be happening during normal working hours, which means you're going to have drywallers, saws going while dispatch is there. How are you anticipating keeping the sound down?
Yes, it is going to be a mess, and it's going to be done in phases, because we have to keep the existing operation going, and the construction is going on right behind them. We are going to have to do some relocating of furniture, which we'll do ourselves.
Okay.
And another plan is to relocate one of the dispatch consoles into an office that's nearby. It's off on the side of the dispatch area. So we can close the door and they can conduct business, when the sanding and the hammering is going on. And then once the new area is completed, they'll be able to occupy that space, and then they'll complete the other half of the project, which is where the dispatchers were seen before.
Okay, and then if you could answer this for me. There's no fire alarm panel relocation and no wall opening for the server area that's discussed. So what is going to happen to those two specific items?
I think as far as the fire panel, they misunderstood us in the beginning, because the fire panel can stay located where it was at.
Okay.
They were originally going to knock out part of that wall by the fire panel and make like a server rack that was acceptable for both sides. So you can open a door on the hallway side and access the back of the servers, which would require knocking that wall out, and have access to the front of the servers and computers inside the dispatch room. A complete waste of money. We don't need that. Everything's PCs. They would be mounted directly under the dispatch workstations. And, so no, that was totally unnecessary.
All right, thank you.
Other comments or questions? Your switch over, as Monica stated, you're gonna have to keep one operational while you're working on the other. Is that a space issue?
It's going to be, I don't know how we're going to pull it off, but we really have no choice. We'll have to remove some of the office furniture, maybe relocate it to the back storage room. And like I say, we have one office where currently we have our third shift supervisors. We're going to relocate them, put a dispatch console, phone console in there, just to use while the excessive noise is going on. And we'll get by.
Okay. Well, looks like you've thought out the process now, so.
Now we just got to do it.
Yes, dispatch is very important.
John, I would move to approve the project, the renovation of the dispatch center, in the amount not to exceed $74,876.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Monica. Is there any other discussion on this item? If not, thank you, Jerry. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Item H is the consent agenda, and it includes items 1 and 2.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Steve, second by Monica. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carries. That brings us to item 8, village board comments. Mike?
John, I have a cousin that lives in the Carroll Beach area, and he called me, he left me an email. He's a little disturbed at the amount of disrespect of certain people that either live in the area or live outside of the area with reference to throwing debris on the side of the roads. I mean, it's fast food containers, milk containers, all kinds of garbage you can think of. He took it upon himself to walk the area of South 7th Avenue, had a couple of garbage bags with him, and just clean it up himself. And I notified John, and I think he sent the truck out, or was going to send the truck out to pick it up. And he's also organized a neighborhood group for the Carroll Beach area, I don't know what area, that they're going to just go through and just do the same thing in their own neighborhood, which I think is great. And but he just couldn't understand the amount of disrespect that people have for other people's property by throwing debris everywhere. He'd like to see this go a little further and see if we can get some type of public information to, if anybody spots somebody, littering on the side of the roads, and try and get a license number, turn them in, do something. He said it was very disturbing to see the mess that after the snow melted that was left there. So, anyway, and then in his April 26th, I think, dealing, he's got the neighborhood together again. We notified John Jr. about that event, and he is going to send a truck out after it's done, I think on the Monday following, and pick up that debris as well in the Carroll Beach area. People do get involved in their own neighborhoods, and that's nice.
Clyde?
I think it needs mentioning about the article that came out yesterday in the Milwaukee paper regarding the school district. It is a different taxing body, but we are one. We need to look